Students, we have already discussed that we are going to construct a thermometer. That type of thermometer which is unmarked, it is not having any scale written on it. There is no degrees nor Kelvin nor Fahrenheit written on it. So we want to calibrate it. Students, calibration is to writing the scale on an measuring instrument, on any of the measuring instrument. For example, writing scale on thermometer, writing scale on voltmeter, writing scale on ammeter. So calibration of thermometer is the first step towards constructing a thermometer. We will take an unmarked thermometer, and we have already discussed that our first step is including determine the two fixed points on unmarked mercury thermometer, and these two steps are to find lower fixed point or ice point and upper fixed point or steam point. Students, you can also call it as capital X with subscript 0. X0 means it is representing which point? It is representing minimum temperature of the in ice, and then we can write, I think so there is some problem with the yes, we can write lower fixed point with capital X subscript 0, that is representing 0 degrees Celsius, and upper fixed point, that is steam point, X with subscript 100. So we have already done with both the diagrams that place the thermometer in ice, pure ice with 1 atmospheric pressure, and in steam with 1 atmospheric pressure above the boiling water, and we will be able to determine the lower and upper fixed point. Student, I have told you about X100 and X0, so you can write it as L0 and L100 as well, because at the moment we are doing the analysis of length in which mercury is going to expand. Now if we see next, there are some definitions and methods to find the unknown temperature. First of all, if examiner asks you define a fixed point, he or she is not going to ask you to find or explain ice point or steam point, just fixed point. So students, fixed point is the standard degree of hotness or coldness. Standard degree means this is acceptable by whole world, and these points are marked by worldwide everywhere. Standard degree of hotness or coldness such as a melting or boiling point of a substance. Melting point or a boiling point of a substance. So if we consider any of the material, for example we have considered water, so we are taking its 0 degrees Celsius, that is melting state, as one of the fixed point, and boiling state 100 degrees Celsius as a fixed state or fixed point. So if you see in the definition, ice point is the temperature of pure melting ice at 1 atmospheric pressure and has a value of 0 degrees Celsius. Students, do remember these command terms: ice point, pure melting ice, and 0 degrees Celsius. With atmospheric pressure 1 atm. Why atmospheric pressure is 1? Because we will keep the atmospheric pressure constant so that it is not going to affect our measurement of the temperature. Now steam point is the temperature of steam from pure water boiling at 1 atmospheric pressure and has a value of 100 degree Celsius. Good student, always remember that atmospheric pressure remain constant, so that it's not going to fluctuate the value of 0 degree Celsius and 100 degree Celsius. All of you must write these definitions in your notebook so that you can give answer to the short question and factual question, also able to solve the MCQs in exam. So we are done with first step, that is calibration. And calibration is, or in calibration we have find out the lower fixed point and upper fixed point. The lower fixed point is called ice point and it is represented by 0 degree Celsius, L0 and X0, whereas upper fixed point is represented by 100 degree Celsius and X100 and L100. Student, these 2 points are only for water. This way, if you are going to construct a thermometer, or examiner is going to give you a thermometer for which he or she is going to say that the lower fixed point is 20 degrees Celsius and upper fixed point is 100 degrees Celsius, then you will consider those fixed points as lower and upper fixed point. It's not that always lower fixed point is 0 and upper fixed point is 100. Yes, for clinical and laboratory thermometer which we are using is like this, but there are different situations in which different thermometers of different ranges will be used. So lower fixed point and upper fixed point is associated with the type of thermometer. Not for all thermometer it is same. You will see in the example as well, I will share. Now students, we are done with marking the 2 points as lower fixed point and upper fixed point. Now students, we are done with lower fixed point or ice point we have marked here, and steam point, that is 100, we have marked here. Every time if you consider the same mass of mercury, and you will see that for ice point this height will be a 10 and for steam point this height will be a 10. Okay, so these 2 points are marked. We will mark them by using a permanent marker on this unmarked thermometer. एक permanent marker लेंगे, permanent paint marker, permanent paint brush or anything. We will mark this point as 0 and this point and 100. Now student, for example, we are going to put this thermometer in some other liquid and the mercury level or alcohol level rises to this point, like here. What temperature it is representing? We cannot tell. Why? Because scale is not written on this thermometer. So how we will write the scale on it? Writing the scale on a thermometer is a second step. First step is to note down ice point and steam point. Second point is to write scale. And how we are going to write overall scale on it? To write overall scale on it, we have seen that it is 0 and it is 100. We are going to divide it into 100 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 50, 70, 80, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 98, 99 and 100. Now there are 100 divisions, 100 degrees Celsius. 1 division, 1 degree Celsius. 5 division, 5 degrees Celsius. 15 divisions, 15 degrees Celsius. 50 divisions, 50 degrees Celsius. 90 divisions, 90 degrees Celsius. If in some other liquid the mercury column is going to touch 70 degree or 70 division, it means it is representing 70 degrees Celsius. This is the first way to find the temperature of an unknown liquid and unknown object. So So we will take a permanent marker, permanent paintbrush, permanent sticker. We will stick on it 100 divisions, and with each division we will write its degree Celsius. How? I will share the diagram. Now if you see, it is 0, that is lower fixed point. Here it is 100, that is upper fixed point. And further it is divided into 100 equal divisions. How? 0 to 10. Here 10 divisions are in between it. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So now students, if you see, 10 divisions are covered, 20 divisions are covered, 30 divisions are covered, 31, 32 and 33. So temperature on this thermometer is 33 degrees Celsius. We can convert this 33 degrees Celsius into Fahrenheit and Kelvin by using the formulas I have shared with you. So student, now remember this point where the mercury exists, or the mercury itself is called bulb, and this tube in which the mercury is going to rise its level is called capillary tube, and this glass outside is behaving like a convex lens or magnifying glass, so that you can see the magnified image of this calibrated scale. So 10 divisions, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100 divisions, so 100 degrees Celsius. So it is the first feature of the thermometer as well, that it is easy and accessible, easy to read. Every person can read it by going through or watching the number of divisions, and after watching the number of divisions we can see that what temperature it is representing. So our step 2, after noting the steam point and ice point, step 2 is divide the interval between ice point and steam point into 100 equal parts. Each interval is 1 degree Celsius. Student, as it is memorized this definition, that we will divide those 2 points into 100 equal parts, and each part is representing 1 division and 1 degree Celsius, and by checking the number of divisions we can find the temperature. So student, now examiner want us to find the unknown temperature by 2 methods. First method is very easy and convenient, which doctors and we use at home. Second method is liquid displacement method as well, or you can just say displacement method. So temperature of unknown substance is also our topic for today, in which we will determine how we can measure the temperature of an unknown object. So method 1 is very easy, that once we are done with calibration, we straight away see the thermometer, we will see the number of divisions and associated temperature with it, and we will find it in degrees Celsius. For example, 50 divisions, 50 degrees Celsius, 70 division, 70 degrees Celsius. So if you see method 1, it states that once the Celsius scale is determined from above, we can simply place the calibrated thermometer into the unknown substance and get the reading. Student, the contact of thermometer is very important with that object. If we will do the contact of object with that particular object, the thermometer must be in contact with the object, then we can find the unknown temperature. Simply the way doctor is going to put the thermometer under arm or in our mouth, and he or she is able to see the temperature by just watching the degree and by the comparison of number of divisions with the degree Celsius. Students, second method is very important, and this is only included in O levels, not in IGCSE. This method is called displacement method. In this method, there is a formula involved. By using this formula, we can find the unknown temperature of an object by displacement method. For example, if we don't have a calibrated thermometer nor very much familiar with the type of the liquid, then by using some known quantities we can find the unknown temperature. Student, first of all, you have to learn about that unknown temperature can be determined by determining the length for these points. For which point? We will take, first of all, so I have considered a clear diagram and more easy to understand one. Students, in method 2 we can find unknown temperature T or theta. Capital theta we use in GCE level. Then we are required 3 lengths. Length for an unknown temperature L theta, length for ice point L naught, length for steam point L100, and the same length for ice point L naught. So this is repetitive. L theta and L100 and L naught, these 3 lengths will give us the unknown temperature. If we divide, then multiply with the 100 degrees Celsius, that is the difference between higher fixed point and lower fixed point. Now student, question arises, what is L naught or L0? Student, L0 is this length. When the thermometer was inserted in pure ice, then the liquid level decreases and reaches to this point, which is marked as 0 degrees Celsius. So this point and the starting point is having a distance between it. This distance is called L naught. The distance from bulb to ice point is called L0 or L naught. It is the length of ice point. So length of ice point will be written in centimeter because it's a length we will put here. Now what is L100? L100 is the distance from bulb till the steam point. So it is representing L100. So L100 is also length, we will write in centimeter. It can be 5 centimeter, 7 centimeter. So L100 is also fixed for one thermometer, and L0 is also fixed for that thermometer. We will substitute the values in centimeter. Now if we see what is L theta. Now after inserting the thermometer in pure ice and steam, we will mark these 2 lengths and write it in on our notebook in centimeters. L0 equals to this and L100 equals to this. Now if you are going to insert this thermometer in some other liquid or going to touch with some substance, you are going to touch it with the screen of LCD, you are going to put it closer to the stove, you are going to put it closer to some object which is hot, and you can see that the level of the mercury rises and reaches to this point. So this point is unknown temperature length, so this is called as L theta. So L theta is from the bulb till the unknown point, so here it is L theta. Now we will write the formula. Unknown temperature equals to L theta unknown temperature length minus length of ice point over length of steam point minus length of ice point into 100 degrees Celsius, because it is 100 and it is 0. 100 minus 0 is 100. Student, if we have steam point 120 and ice point 10, then 120 minus 10, 110 will be represented here. If we have for other liquid steam point as 80 and ice point 20, then 80 minus 20 we will get 60. So this is the overall range between higher fixed point and lower fixed point temperature difference. So this formula is in accordance with length. I expect from all the students draw this diagram, write this formula, and I will share some questions with you in the next video lectures, in which we will solve by applying this formula, and we will write its more general form, and we will apply it in some other cases where we can find voltage for steam point, voltage for ice point, and voltage for unknown temperature. Then we can use this formula in terms of V theta, that is voltage for unknown temperature, voltage for ice point, voltage for steam point, and voltage for ice point multiplied by the given range which will be given. Then you will be able to solve and find out the temperature by second method. That's it for today. Everyone note down all the work we have discussed in this video on your notebook. Also draw the diagram. We'll see you in the next class. Till that time, take care. Allah Hafiz.